G'day gang, Leigh Martinuzzi here from Martinuzzi Property Group with another weekly real estate market update. I hope you're having a great week. The winter weather is certainly upon us. It felt like about 10 degrees here in my house this morning. And usually at this time of the year, we see a bit of a slowdown in the property market, less properties coming on the market, etc., etc. However, that's certainly not the case right now. This week on realestate.com, I've seen a bunch of properties hit the market, people getting excited and taking opportunity of the extremely good prices that we have been experiencing. And that's not only here local, it is happening in the southern states too, so I'm told, and from the reports I've read. So this market won't last forever. So what is going to happen? Well, the prediction is that we're still going to see a 20% or 15% increase nationally this year in property prices, with a slowdown expected in 2022. And there's a number of reasons for that. Firstly, the RBA in their regular monthly meeting this week announced that they're leaving the cash rate at 0.1%. Their target for inflation is 2 to 3%, and currently it sits around 1.1%, which is why there is no indication or no prediction that they're actually going to start increasing interest rates. So interest rates are probably going to stay low. We've also seen a mass flood of migration from southern states. Now, there's various reports on this. I've heard one report suggesting that there's been 25,000 people relocate to Queensland in the last financial year. However, a more recent report on abc.com has suggested that the Sunshine Coast, the most popular area, has seen a 30,000 population increase in the last year, in 2020. That's huge, and we're actually seeing more people flood to the area at the moment. So that demand is going to stay high. But what could change is the amount of properties that become available as sellers start to get excited about prices and start getting more comfortable with selling now that COVID has passed a little bit more. We might see more people coming onto the market to sell that perhaps decided not to sell back in 2020 when COVID hit. So we'll have more properties coming to the market, and that will help balance out that buyer demand. The other thing I think we miss as well is that a lot of first home buyers are now being priced out of the market, whereby they don't have the deposit perhaps to support a loan, and therefore they can't buy. And there's a lot of cash buyers and even investors now that are coming into the market and pushing some of these people out. So we'll see a drop in demand from first home buyers, which has in the last few months been a lot of the demand in housing. We've seen an increased level of first home buyers in the marketplace, but that is certainly changing. The consumer index is now predicting that there's about 20% less demand than there was back in November, which was the peak of the market and buyer demand. So that demand is certainly dropping as well. Another really important and interesting fact I thought was that international migration has come to an absolute halt. So where we would normally see around 200,000 people coming into Australia to live and set up residency here, that has stopped. So we're missing out on that. And that is unlikely to change, I don't think, at least this year, and probably not next year either. Now, according to Michael Yardney, there are expected to be about 180,000 dwelling completions this year, and the expected demand is around 80,000. So we're going to have a lot more properties come to the market, and that demand may not be there. And certainly that will change the nature of what we're experiencing now in the real estate market. Now, if you look back to units and unit developments and completions several years ago, there was a big need for more units in our capital cities. And so the market was flooded with units. And now in Melbourne, for example, we've seen record high vacancy rates sitting at around 6.5%. So potentially that could happen up here as well. Look, I'm pretty confident that the sunny coast is going to be fairly insulated with the amount of people that want to come and relocate to this beautiful part of Australia. So we're going to have a lot more buyers coming here. And I think a lot of people will still decide that, hey, we're not going to move away from the area. But we'll see how that plays out. It's an interesting market, that's for sure. This market won't last forever, guys. Is there anything we can help you with? Feel free to give us a call. I'd love to help. Talk soon.